There's a little crack right here, and now it's filled up with glue and sawdust. In fact, I could put a little bit more glue on that just to smooth it down a little more. Alright, I'm going to set this aside and let it dry. And I guess that brings us to the next thing I'm going to do. I mentioned the other day that I used to use postal envelopes as banjo heads, and I think I'm going to go look through my boxes over here and see if I saved any of those, because if I didn't, I've got some Tyvek here, and this is about the same material as those postal envelopes was, and this is very strong stuff, and I have stretched this kind of material over a banjo and made a banjo head out of it. I've never used Tyvek, not in this form, because this is stuff you get from like Home Depot to put on your walls to keep air from passing through. I've used the postal envelopes because they may have been a little thicker, but I don't know if they still sell those postal envelopes or not. Used to you can get them right out of the post office, but I noticed last time I got a bunch of them they were all padded and quilted, so I don't know if they make the same kind of postal envelopes or not. But yeah, I suppose I could make a ride into town and see if they have any there, but I may just use the Tyvek. I would think, especially on a head that small, that would probably work just fine. The problem you get into a lot of times with that stuff, it's a little too stretchy, and you tighten your bolts down, and it doesn't get tight. Sometimes I'd put two layers of that stuff under there to keep it from stretching quite so much. But yeah, we'll see what we can come up with. You can buy that stuff off of, well, there's companies out there that sell things like that. Stuart McDonald comes to mind. Some people call it Stu Mac. Stuart McDonald sells those postal envelope. No, they sell those heads. They sell both skin and there's a material that they use for band heads called fiber. I think it's called fiber skin or something like that. That's a piece of an old banjo thing that I made up for that. I'm not going to use that though. Alright, I'm going to cut y'all off and mess around here with what I'm doing, and I'll be back. Well, I did get lucky. I went over to my thing over there, and immediately there was one of these sitting over there. So this could be the one I use, and sometimes I'll do it like, even with the label and everything, just put it right there. Even this little piece of paper that's glued on there gives this a little bit more strength. So I might use that. Got one, and I might experiment with 2 or 3 different postal envelopes once I get it ready. So before I do that, I need to let my hardware keep soaking in this stuff, and also wash it off, rinse it off, dry it, and then paint the neck and paint the round pot thing. Once I'm finished with all that, I'll be ready to start putting this together. So with that said, I'm going to walk up to the house and see if we got the water back on up there yet, and then we'll take it from there. Thanks for watching. I ought to call Cutworm too, because I've seen him on Facebook a little bit lately, so I feel like he's probably okay. I was worried about his eye. He had some eye problems, but I might just give him a call, get him to tell me how he's doing and what happened there. All right, I love y'all, whether you like it or not. I'll see you soon. Bye. I told Cutworm about this a while ago on the phone. He said he'd never heard of it before. But y'all saw these banjo parts before I soaked them in vinegar. This is what they look like now. Now you'll notice that this one has been in there less longer than the rest of them, so it's had less stuff removed. A lot of these were in there all night. That one I just put in this morning, and one of these others. But I mentioned what I was doing to Cutworm. He said he'd never heard of that before, but yeah, you can use vinegar to get rust off of stuff, just like I just did. That's another piece that hadn't been in there all night, but I could soak that one. I could soak that one a little more. In fact, I might do just that. I might put that one in a bag. I got a bag here. And let it soak a little longer. Maybe put these two things in with that. Let the rest of these dry. I think what I might do is after they dry real good, I might just spray them all with clear coat. That will kind of help them not to rust again quite so quickly, because it is steel, and steel is going to rust. But tell you what, I'll take this one, I'll take this one. I just put them in this morning, and I'll put that one too. And we'll just put a little bit of that vinegar right in that. And we'll soak it a little longer. And we can wash it tomorrow. Okay, so there's that. Keep that in mind if you ever want to get rust off of stuff. Vinegar, industrial strength vinegar, works pretty good. Okay.